dolls with an exuberant personality.
Candy, sweeter than Mandy. Oh, you're so handy. I like to eat stomach loaded with rubbish. Oh, how I love it.
Hello. Dolls are everywhere. Children play with them. They're starting to take a comeback in films. The Barbie doll was made in the 50s, in the late 50s, and then the Monster High dolls, American Girl dolls came after the Barbie dolls, but Barbie dolls really made a hit in the market. Dolls now can be seen as
I will not stand for it.
bridges for spirits.
If you love me to
Homes for spirits to dwell in. There's been movies that have been made about dolls and being possessed. Famous one being Chucky. There's Annabelle. Something so innocent, something so sweet
eat like a doll.
that's supposed to be for children has turned into this very scary thing because, you know, things that we don't expect to be scary, when they do become scary, it gives them a very uncanny and uncomfortable feeling. I recently purchased a porcelain doll. Because I've been wanting dolls for a long time. I remember I always wanted an American Girl doll, me and my sister, but like the American Girl dolls, you know, they're hefty, so me and my sister went online and we found these Madame Alexander dolls, and we loved them so much, and we begged our father to buy us one. He got us these dolls, and they came in the mail, and I remember when they came in the mail, me and my sister were outside, and the mailman came, and he was carrying these 3 boxes. Like, I was like wondering why there was 3 boxes, but I was just like, yo, the dolls are here, the dolls are here. And we came inside, we opened the boxes, and the dolls that I ordered, there was 2 of them. And the one that my sister ordered, there was 1 of them. And I was like, is this a mistake? Like, did my dad accidentally buy 2? Like, I was confused as to why I had 2. Yeah, I had 2 dolls that looked exactly the same. So I just called them twins. I was like, they're just gonna be identical twins. I guess this is just a happy accident. And I named them Becky and Lexi. I love those dolls to death. I remember when I was like 13, 12, I was still playing with dolls. And I was like, I need to stop playing with dolls. Because I just felt like it was time. Like, I didn't want to stop, but I just felt embarrassed a little bit that I still played with dolls, and I just like had to like force myself to stop, even though I really wanted them. So I put all my dolls in this like container thing, and then I told my mom to like give them away, and she did, and I never played with a doll ever since. And honestly, I never got over it. I really love dolls. Like, I remember in my childhood, before I got Lexi and Becky, I had this doll named Daniela. She was my ride or die. I literally have a dress that looks like the dress that she would always wear. I loved the dress that she had on, and her hair was big and it was blonde, and she had like pink stripes in it. And I went to Nigeria with that doll, and I left it. I lost it in Nigeria. So when I flew back for like the summer, because we used to go to Nigeria in the summer a lot when I was younger, I lost the doll, Daniela. So hopefully someone in Nigeria is cherishing that doll. I like the dressing up aspect, playing with their hair, the beauty. And I feel like it's very interesting. Like, I was like, where did like the history of like dolls come from? And back then, dolls, they weren't originally for children. They were originally for just like spiritual stuff. They were used as totems. And I feel like dolls, they kind of represented like gods at first. Like, there's even a story in the Bible of them like making an image in the likeliness of God and worshiping that image. Like, people need something like an image to look up to, and humans, we like to create an image of ourselves because I feel like we need mirrors of ourselves, and we just like seeing our own form. So that's why we make statues of people, and I think it's really interesting. Like there's voodoo dolls, and those originally actually weren't even meant to be evil. They were meant to bring healing powers, and then outsiders wanted to like make it into this evil thing, because a lot of people think that things looking like humans, especially when they're really realistic, they just think it looks really like evil. And I find it really interesting and fascinating that there's like so many stories of dolls being possessed by spirits or having entities. I know there's like a lot of people who like superstitious people who they don't want to get dolls because they feel like evil will come into it. And I kind of have a story of one time when I was younger. I still lived in Nigeria and I was sleeping, and I don't know if I made this up, if it was a dream, but I know what I saw. I had this room to myself, and as I was sleeping in the middle of the night, I woke up. I was just waking up and lying down in bed, and then I looked down to the foot of my bed and I saw something. And I had these like Barbie dolls in my room. They're just like lying around, and I saw a fucking doll poke its head out at the foot of my bed, and it like smiled, and I feel like it like laughed, like a really like eerie laugh. And when I saw that, I was like scared, and then I just like immediately like put my head back down. And yeah, then I woke up the next morning, and I remember going back to my doll, and it was on the floor just like how I left it in the morning. So I'm like, did I make that up? Like maybe I made that up, like that maybe that was like a dream, but like it felt really real, whatever that was. That was interesting. Here is the doll that I purchased at the thrift store. It can't sit down, so I'm gonna have to like put it here. This doll, I think it was like supposed to be like 13. Yeah, it's supposed to be like $13, but then it was like on sale, like because it was orange, and orange was on sale, and orange was 50% off, and this was 50% off. So I got it for like $7.50. Porcelain. I accidentally touched its head, like right over here. I like touched it ever so gently and it broke. So I have to be really gentle with this doll, but like its head here, like thank goodness it has like a big full head of hair, but like here it's like it's not hard because like I broke it. I literally just touched it like this and then it broke. So call me Hulk. I have a really heavy hand. I tend to break things just by touch. I got this doll. There were so many dolls at the thrift store, as you could see from the clips. I really liked the doll that had like violet eyes, and the doll that had that was just like lying down in the air, like in that really funny pose. I was like, what was the creators of that doll thinking? Hair has a little frizz here. I didn't do that. It came like that. I don't know. I actually just realized I don't have a name for this doll. I should have a name. I have a name in my head that I'm thinking of. I'm gonna do it. What's in my bag? This is my bag. Then comes out. This is Megan Tarantula. Shrinkage is real. I have a name in my head that I'm thinking of, but I'm not gonna say it out loud. Megan Tarantula. But that's her. And I got this because of its hair. I like it because it's big. I don't like things that are small dolls. And I like its dress. And it comes with a little
Tell me with your full heart.
bunny. Does that look like a bunny? Wow! And I want to know the story behind this doll. When was it made? I really want to know. But anyways, I think that was really cool. I watched Chucky, The Bride of Chucky, which I find it very interesting that they call it The Bride of Chucky instead of just like Tiffany. Like her name's Tiffany. Like I totally never knew her name was Tiffany, and I've watched Chucky since I was like a kid. Speaking of that fact, I cannot believe that I watched Chucky as a little child. Like, well, I wasn't supposed to. When the adults were in the room watching it, I sneaked and I looked and I watched it. Revisiting it was very interesting. And like certain things I didn't understand then, and I look at it back now and I'm like, wow, I've grown so much. This is crazy. I cannot believe that it's fun. I'm an adult. Yeah. Understand this. That's dolls. It's interesting. yeah, if my doll ever possesses me, I will let you know. I'm just kidding. I feel like if she did get inhabited by a spirit, it would be a good one because her face is just so normal. But also, I feel like dolls that usually, when a spirit gets inside of them, like in Chucky, when a doll, like, when the spirit went inside of them, their faces got so, like, realistic almost. And also, they bleed. Because, like, if not to, like, spoil it or anything, but, like, they bleed. Like, they have blood, like, and they feel. That's just my little qualm thing about dolls, but...
What you declare exasperate me. Xavier, what you declare.
No need to be afraid, Courage. We'll be right outside. Courage, where are you going?
Stupid dog!
Best friends forever. This is my pet.
I low-key feel like crying right now, and I don't know specifically why.
Do you ever just feel like no matter what you do, you just like, it just doesn't come off right or authentically, or your energy is just messed up and fricked? I think the fan is loud. I just feel like your energy is just like fricked up and you're not in the right headspace and you can't articulate any of the thoughts that you're thinking and everything is just messed up and you don't know how to just like, the thoughts that are off the body on.
Upload a thought without a body on.
Like there's this thing that I discovered recently called derealization, where basically you just feel like life is just happening and you're just watching but you're not actually there. You just feel like it's a movie, and I kind of relate to that in some way. I don't want to self-diagnose or whatever, but like I just don't know what's going on up here, you know, like everything just feels like it's like I don't know who I am, but like I'm just
Xavier, you will not come into my house with that exuberant personality.
I will not stand for it. Maybe I should just stop thinking, but like I don't know how to stop thinking, and I don't know what to do, and I don't know, fam. I don't know, fam.
and a skeletal